the driver license and the gloss, because we mentioned, like Rowan was just talking about or speaking about court documents and how they destroy themselves with their very own technology in them, and by using these uppercase names. As he said, there's a name here, and Con James Bowen is the name that appears, but the name that appears, as we can see, it's an all uppercase name, which is, as we've discovered, is a gloss or American Sign Language, which is a foreign language to the document. So we actually have English and we have American Sign Language, and these court documents and police documents, and such as this one, I love to refer this to the Ergon Energy Matter, do the same. They've all contained two different foreign languages, which is a corruption of the essence of the text, which means that these documents are in fact nothing. That's probably warrants the guilty to the fact response. When you make a plea, it's either a plea of guilty or not guilty, but a guilty to the fact plea would mean that you're guilty to the fact, and the fact is that there is no charge, because the charge doesn't exist, because the document has been corrupted by the very authority that created the document. But I also want to go on to the driver license, because it too contains, it's a card, it's got a head, it's got an autograph, but up here where it says, this one is just a sample, Citizen Jenny, but it's also written, like if you check your own driver license out, it's also written in the gloss, which is the all uppercase text that appears in the Chicago's Manual of Styles as American Sign Language, or as a gloss, which the glosses are used in that language, which is the all uppercase text, which again, as I repeat, a gloss is the corruption of the essence of the text, which means it corrupts the true meaning.
And I believe you had a tenant living with you at one time who was a law student from James Cook University in Queensland, Australia.
Yes, she actually rented one of the rooms, and she said she's studying law as a law student. And I said, well, when you come out here, I'll tell you a little secret that's going to probably affect your thinking of how the law works. And it may also put you on a higher standard of laws, a higher understanding of just what law really is. So she got the room and all that, and then she asked me, she said, what were you going to tell me about the law that is going to change my beliefs on the law? And I said, I showed her the section article 11144 and 11147 of the Chicago Manual of Styles in relation to what American Sign Language is, how it appears, how you find it, and when she read those articles in there explaining what it was, she was quite disturbed about it. And because what she had come to realise is that maybe all court documents were using a foreign language on their documents, as pointed out. But she wasn't aware of this because she was just a student. So she said to me, well, look, I'll go and speak to my to the QC, which is the lecturer at the university in Queensland. It's out at Cairns, actually. And I will ask for his opinion on what he thinks about this American style, all uppercase American Sign Language. And she came back in a couple of days, just very disturbed, and said she's going to leave law, not going to be involved in it anymore. I said, oh, I didn't mean to upset you that much. I said, what's happened? And she said she was concerned at what I had spoken, because it does appear everywhere on articles, as you can see, all the town names. And when she found out that if there's no jurisdiction between English and the American Sign Language, well, then she was concerned that all these court documents that maybe have some English here and then very important parts are written in an all uppercase foreign language, then that removes that from the document and actually renders the document as nothing. And she's concerned about being involved in, if it was correct, then this would be a fraud or a crime of some kind. And she said she didn't join law to be a criminal. She thought she was helping people. Well, the QC, when asked about it, he said to her...
You're referring to her lecturer?
Yeah, her lecturer.
Who was also a QC?
Who was according to this student, she said he was a QC. And his answer to the American Sign Language being used in court documents was that there are things that are never to be spoken about. And she said, never, if you're going to remain in law, studying law, or become a lawyer, he said that this is never to be mentioned. In other words, he told her, he didn't answer the question, but he told her to never repeat what had been said to her, from me to her, because she didn't say where it came from. She just asked the question. And he also told her to never repeat that again.
Was he quizzical as to where she got the information from?
Yes, she was. She didn't say who told her, but she did mention the book. And the question was, is there jurisdiction between two different languages on one document? That was the first question. And is this English? Is this writing on a document English? And of course, if it's not English, does it have jurisdiction with that? And if it doesn't have jurisdiction, then would that not render their court system as corrupt, false, or misleading, or a concealment, whatever it is? And he warned her to never speak about this again. So she left.